Going on, guys? It was Friday the 4th, and I'm at a restaurant in North Scottsdale. Actually, it's Old Town Scottsdale, called Schmooze. Very interesting restaurant name, but my buddy Tony owns it, and I have breakfast here with Scotty and Ellen and other members of the team on occasion. So today had just finished our breakfast, and I got to get on to a doctor's appointment, so I thought I'd just knock this out here. Now, let me tell you about this guy, Tony. Tony used to be the personal chef of King Hussein of Jordan. Now, if you don't know who that guy is, you might want to do some research and look that dude up. But ultimately, he started as his personal chef, came into the United States, and started his own restaurant. I've known this guy since 2001. Me and Scotty used to frequent his restaurant down the street constantly. Favorite place to go eat. And I would go there. I mean, he didn't have it open for lunch. It was only dinner, and he would open it up for us to have lunch there. Awesome guy. Well, I got in my motorcycle accident in 2008. Some of you are aware of that. And when I was in the hospital, one night, Tony showed up with dessert for me, the favorite dessert that I always had, and delivered that to me. It was really awesome for me to wake up in the hospital, and I had that. Well, years later, I now had this other restaurant having breakfast with my daughter. She's in the medical industry. We started talking about medicine or whatever, and Tony was sitting with us, and he says, I've only been to the hospital twice in my life. He goes, I can't stand hospitals. Then he mentioned the first time was for the birth of one of his sons, and he couldn't attend the other because he just doesn't like hospitals. Like, wait a minute. You came to the hospital to bring me dessert when I had my accident. He goes, yeah, because you were my friend and you were hurt. And that really hit me hard. And my daughter, like, this guy was willing to go to the hospital. He couldn't stand that environment. He just made him ill, and he came for me. So if you're ever in Scottsdale, you got to go to Schmooze. You got to go there and have breakfast or lunch. He doesn't open for dinner. It's an amazing place. Say hey to Tony. Let him know you know Aaron Chapman. He'll take very good care of you. Just walk in and ask for Tony, and if he's in town, he'll be chatting with you. So let's talk charts here real quick. Yes, we got working here because internet's now at the awesomeness where I'm at right now, and I'm just happy it's working. So look at this channel we're in. Like I've been showing you all the way back. We really kind of get back into it way back in April of 2022, and we stayed in this channel. We bumped out of it. We explained it in the last video how we bumped out of this and came back into it. The traders are basically starting to buy when you get to the bottom of this, selling when you get to the top of it. Now, I could be a little bit off on where I'm labeling it at the top and bottom, but it's somewhere in this range, but falling exactly as we thought it would because of this channel I've drawn out. Look at it. Now, again, I could be off a little bit where this bottom is. The bottom could be a little bit higher, but look, we're coming back up. Now, we're going to have CPI coming out this next week, and then if it comes out fairly bond favored, right, favorable to what the bonds want, then we can see it push back up to the top of the channel. So I'm like I've been saying, float the bottom, lock the top. That could be the pattern we continue to follow. It's been in this pattern for a long time. Even if we just want to go to the pattern that we've been consistent before this all bumped out, that's since November of last year. November 22nd of last year, we played in this channel. So I think we're going to continue to play in it. We'll continue to see rates creep downward, right, in the channel, but we'll see high points and low points. With that, we're going to have an interest rate that's going to be about the same fairly consistently. It's just whether or not you're paying 1 point or 2.5 to 3 points for that same rate. That's the channel we're playing in. It's that kind of a swing. It's going to be your points. The rate's not going to move as much. The cost is gonna. So that's where we're going to see our main difference is going to be what it's going to cost you for the weight at the bottom of the channel versus cheaper at the top of the channel. So higher cost at the bottom of the channel, cheaper cost at the top of the channel. It's not moving the rates a lot. It's moving the cost of the rate. Thanks, guys, and I'll talk to you on Tuesday.